I'm pretty sure this was a planned attack because it wasn't like when a bird shits, it's just like a plop, like a single drop.
Was it the same bird?
I felt multiple drops from one bird.
Yeah, one bird. Okay.
And I got him in the back, both my legs, just once.
No, but both just showing you.
For you guys today.
Since started, we're gonna make this something we're probably not gonna talk about, but now we're gonna talk today.
Yeah. So today we're gonna do a little recap of what we missed because we missed 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot to recap. Also, we're gonna talk about the rise, the fall, and the rebuilding of our crew on PS4 and our crew in real life.
And also, we're also talk about what we're also doing this weekend as well.
Yeah, I'll talk about upcoming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But this crew talk happened back maybe since 2016, so we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, since we got the PS4.
Yeah, since we got a PS4
in
2016. So
okay.
That'll be quite the history lesson for you guys.
You all know about what's going to happen, and I'm just excited to talk about it. So let's talk what we missed first.
Okay, when was what was the date of our last? What did we talk about last? I think it was. I went to the Franklin Institute.
I have it right here, actually. Well, the title of the last podcast we did was "What's Coming Up" and Remembering Florida.
What date was that posted?
It just says 13 years ago.
13?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So the exact date,
that was coming up towards Memorial Day. So
it was.
So we should recap since Memorial Day weekend till now is the recap pretty much.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I'll go first since I actually did shit for Memorial Day weekend. Friday I went to the shore. Monday came back. Then this most recent weekend went back down to the shore. Came back on Sunday. And now it's Tuesday. Here we are. That's my recap.
Your recap is just yeah. So the first weekend, Memorial Day weekend, I just pretty much stayed home on Saturday. I mean, no, I worked Saturday. I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I just decided, you know what? I want some Pokemon episodes, like 2 or 3 episodes. That whole 4 days I was off. And then I worked for 4 hours on Thursday. Was off Friday. I went out with the boys. Sorry, you weren't there because you were at the store.
Yeah.
But it was me, Tommy, our friend Artika, and a few other people were out at this bar called World Beer. You don't know what place is? It's a great place, and it's a place to be. And then there's a hot just so I gotta give her hugs and like I gotta do it. Or even so. And then last weekend, well, did you when you were in the store on Friday, did you get the tornado warning? I mean tornado watch?
No.
I checked. You should check because you had one. But we have tornado watch in effect from like 7 or no, from 6:45 to midnight, and nothing happened. So there's a heavy rain and all night, and around 2 a.m. So
I never going into detail. I got some details about my recent weekend.
Well, that was it. Can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm walking back out to go home, I went to the car, and I felt some rain, but it didn't get poured on. It was just a light drizzle, and that was it. And then yeah, pretty much yeah. And also Carter's was on Thursday.
Who?
Carter's
what?
birthday was on Thursday.
Yeah.
26.
So if you're going into more detail about our recap on the weekends, then I'll go into more detail with mine. So let's see. Memorial Day weekend. Got down there Friday night. Went right to the boardwalk. It was cold at nighttime. Did some miniature golf almost every single day. And then the most recent weekend went back down to the shore. Left right from work, so we got down there around like 5 o'clock. Went. Well, actually, let me back up. On Memorial Day weekend, I think it was like on Saturday night. Jamie and I want to try more pizza places on the boardwalk. So Saturday night we did this thing called a pizza crawl, which is like we go to different places and just get a slice of pizza from each place and see which one is better. So we did that, and
What one? What one?
so there's this place. There's these two places that we went to. The first place is called Three Brothers from Italy. And the other place is called Ocean South End.
I think it should be the Italy one because it's really Italian.
Well, to make sure our ratings were accurate, we did just a plain piece of pizza, just cheese, sauce, and dough. The best one was South End because it was thin and crispy.
What's probably not real pizza then because I'm from Italy.
It was thin and crispy and delicious.
Okay, I'll accept that. Maybe we can try it next time.
Yeah, it's good. You should try it. So, with that being said, on Friday, we played miniature golf.
Who won?
Jamie won.
Where?
We played at the one with the shark.
The one that next time we're gonna play.
Yeah, the one with the shark that comes out of the roof and like that the shark hanging up in the back.
Well, maybe we should try the pirate ship too.
I done the pirate ship, but there's 2 courses there, and I only played one of the courses there.
How was the first course?
It was very easy.
We should try the other course then. Maybe it was a little more challenging. Maybe.
All right, so on Friday, most recent Friday, went to go play miniature golf. Then went to Cookie Creamery, got ice cream sandwiches with cookies. Then went back to South End to order 2 full pizzas. So our first pizza was a mushroom pepperoni, which is our favorite toppings. Then we ordered what they're known for, which is a sweet buffalo pizza. It was good, just not meant for a whole pie, maybe just a slice. But these pizza slices, it's like, if you guys ever heard of Lorenzo's or had Lorenzo's,
yes,
each piece of pizza needs 2 plates.
I know it was like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's how also like Two Brothers of Italy is. You need 2 plates for each slice of pizza.
So you're telling me those 2 places are kind of like the sizes of the slices are like Lorenzo's.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Wait, I'm not done yet.
I know, but still.
Then Friday we got back to her place. We threw our ice cream sandwiches in the freezer because they were melting from being out in the heat.
I want to hot this past weekend. Hot enough.
It was hot cookies with cold ice cream.
That's fine.
So not eating them right away made them melt a little bit. So we popped those in the freezer.
Amazing.
Ate pizza. Washed the office. Saturday. Went to Wildwood. My first time in Wildwood. Went to Maury's Pier. All 3 piers of Maury's. Got caught in a thunderstorm.
What day?
What?
Saturday?
Yeah. Went to Captain Jack's. So I'm gonna get rained on.
But the only thing is that the same day that it rained, you got rained on. It like I was in the back of the store of Target, and I'm hearing the rain on the trucks. So that's how hard it was raining. It was raining hard.
Yeah, it was like the wind was like making waves in the sky for the rain.
Damn.
So, yeah, we were pretty much sitting at a window upstairs, like not outside, but like you could see outside. And they had garage doors. They had to pull them down to make the rain stop coming in the restaurant. And then
kind of like Snooks. They had to put like things down, like those zipper things, like the closers or whatever it's called, to make the rain not come in. But it did leak from the top.
And then when the rain was over, went to Maury's Pier, the last one, and watched the bungee launching ride, and then the swing ride, and then the sky. I think it's called skyscraper ride, where you get and then I got shit on by a bird.
How many
A
times?
seagull.
How
I'm
many
pretty
times?
sure this was a planned attack because it wasn't like when a bird shits, it's just like a plop, like a single drop.
Was it the same bird?
I felt multiple drops from one bird.
Yeah, it was one bird. Okay.
And I got him in the back, both my legs,
times?
just once.
No,
But
how
both-
many times did it show you?
It just shouldn't be once, but it was like it was multiple pieces. Like I hit both legs, my back, my hat, the front of my shirt. Looked like I got cummed on because it was bad.
It was by a bird.
Then we walked on the boardwalk more in Wildwood. Went into every arcade to see what was going on. Went to the aquarium on the boardwalk. Never knew a boardwalk had an aquarium. Saw turtles. Saw sharks. Saw some snakes. Saw some alligators.
Was a snake a big snakes?
Yeah, boa constrictors and pythons.
Python.
And then went to every arcade to see what was going on. Then went to this one part of the Wildwood Pier boardwalk. What?
Just one more thing. I love pythons.
Okay. So I went to this one part of the Wildwood boardwalk where you can get rides from a monster truck. So we saw that happen.
And
It's not like they're doing flips or shit.
shit.
It's just like they take people on a ride around the beach, but there are like little hills that they go over and
But
stuff.
it's monster trucks.
Yeah.
Were they really loud?
No, not really.
Damn.
Um,
I was hoping you were gonna say like it's a loud motor truck and we had to have fun. Like no, like it's not loud. It's not that fun.
Then
much fun.
we came back, got back to Jamie's condo around maybe 5. Started raining again because all the rain that was in Wildwood came to Ocean City.
Yeah, because I saw the movement of it. I saw the movement of the storm. It was moving slow to the north.
And as soon as we pulled into her parking lot and we got out, it started raining in Ocean City. I'm like, perfect time. Let's go upstairs and have pizza again. Because, first, we ordered 2 pies. And like I said, I think the guy said they're 24 inches each.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's big. So, we finished. Well, we didn't finish it. We had like 2 pieces each of the pepperoni mushroom one.
Yes.
And there were still 3 pieces left.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we had Sunday morning. But Saturday night we watched The Office and then watched half of a documentary
Of
on Netflix of the Oklahoma City bombing.
Oh gosh.
Watched half of that and then watched the rest of it.
That happened
next
back
day.
in 1995.
Yeah, so Sunday morning, woke up, packed everything, cleaned up, and then we left her house or her condo maybe around like 11 or noon.
And you got home to her house around
4.
And you got home around
No, that's around like 2 or 3. Like got our house around 4.
And you left her house and got home around what time?
A little bit after 9.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so let's see. So we stopped at Wawa on the way home from the shore, got hoagies and stuff, ate that, watched the rest of the documentary. Good? Yeah, it was good. Then got to her house, ate dinner, watched the rest of the documentary, came home, and then I worked yesterday, worked today, and now I'm here.
All right. Well, I didn't put on my whole thing, but because today, and I'm not gonna say names, because I was going to be on internet. So I was like, I have my friend today. I haven't seen this friend since August 25th of last year, and she was so happy to see me, and she loved the dog. So that's a plus. Went to the Exton Mall, had some lunch at Chick-fil-A. Went to round 1.
I love Chick-fil-A. I almost had Chick-fil-A today, but I stayed strong.
And then I got a milkshake from Chick-fil-A for dessert when we came back from round 1, and then I got picked up, and here I am. And Now that's the thing. Now
let's go back to 2016 where we started the PS4 and real life crew.
and who is the leader of the crew?
Your boy
Yeah.
was the leader, and Dylan is the co-leader / recruiter / kicking their fat asses out of the crew.
Yes. Now.
Okay, real life crew. Let's start off with real life because that's
There's more people.
that needs interaction.
Yes.
So it was just Dylan, Carter, and I. Plain simple, the real life crew. Because we pretty much hung out and did shit every single weekend.
Yeah, and we're doing something this Saturday too.
So let's see. PS4 crew. We have people. So this crew still exists.
Yes.
So if you want to join the PS4 crew, all you gotta do is play on PS4, play some of the same games that we play, and also have your voice recording turned on whenever, so we can record a video without you knowing. If you say the N word, you're in. That's not true, but that's how we determine who's
If
in the
you're
crew.
funny enough and you play with us enough, you're in the crew.
Yeah, and then so when we first started the crew, let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4.
It was a lot of people.
We had 8 people, so enough for a full party on PS4. We had 8 people in the crew when we first started.
8 people.
And then we kicked 2 because they stopped playing. So it went from 8 to 6. Then we kicked 2 more people.
And then 6 to 4.
So 6 to 4. So it was me, Dylan, our friend Tommy, and our friend Scorpion, who still play with us.
Yes.
And then during that time, we recruited 2 more people, Polo Fanatic,
Yes.
and our friend Trey. And back then, our friend Polo he had this clan tag called Polo, so we're like, all right, let's start the Polo clan.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a montage of the Polo clan, and basically it was me, Dylan, our friend Trey, and our friend Polo, which his name is Jay, so or Jay Quan for his actual name.
He was on Jay for sure. Yeah.
So when we joined the Polo crew, we left Tommy and our friend Scorpion out in the dust. Like, we still talked to them, but we just didn't play with them.
Much.
So after the Polo clan fell apart, then we got back playing with Tommy. So it was 3 people in the crew. This is like the lowest of the low of the crew.
Me, Wyatt, and our friend Tommy. That's the only people in the crew right now.
Then our friend Trey came back to play with us some more.
I haven't been in the crew.
Yeah, then we recruited our friend Miss Foxy Ninja
to the crew.
So there's 3 videos on YouTube with that we play with her. That's on Dylan's channel.
2.
There's 2. Okay,
Yeah,
2 videos.
I think the first one is with her. Well, she was playing with us, but Trey was playing Black Ops 3.
Yeah, so there, we played with her. She was in the crew for maybe 2 months. Kicked her, so it was back to Dylan, I, Tommy, and Trey. Trey came back into the crew, and then maybe 2023.
Maybe.
Carter got a PS4.
So
we added him to the crew. So
the crew at this time was
Dylan, me, Tommy, and Carter, our cousin.
And Trey.
And Trey, yeah.
And Trey.
4 people in the crew.
And
then at one point, Tommy switched over to PC, so we kicked him from the crew.
Well, I was the one that noticed you in the PC, so I said, "Why even the PC? Let's go to the crew."
Yeah. Then once we kicked Tommy out of the crew, actually before we kicked Tommy out of the crew, we recruited Ardika and our friend Eddie. They were in the crew, and they stopped playing PS4, so we kicked them along with Tommy out of the crew because they are all on PC or Nintendo Switch
or PS5.
So we kicked them out of the crew. So right now the crew is just you, me, and Carter.
At this point, yeah.
Trey sometimes would play, but he's not in the crew.
No. So the crew as of right now is just you, me, and Carter.
Yeah, and that's PS4. Now let's go back to
Real life crew.
real life. In 2020, so as it started out was Dylan Carter and I. Then 2020, it became Dylan Carter, me, and my ex-girlfriend Megan. That came into our crew.
Uh-huh.
And then also, we brought Tommy into real life, our friend Eddie, Ardika, and our friend Ryan into the crew. So our real life crew was stacked. It was Dylan, me, Carter, Tommy, Ardika, Eddie, and Ryan. That's 7
and
people.
Your ex.
Well,
Your ex.
not when I brought in all the other guys.
Oh yeah.
So a crew of 7 people in real life.
And they're all guys.
And they're all guys. So that crew is still alive today, except we kicked Eddie and Ryan
out.
But
Tommy and Ardika are still there.
Yeah, and still, so same with Carter.
Carter's still there too. Because the reason why Carter is in love with the crew is because we stay home with him a lot and stuff. And also, the reason that why Eddie and Ardika are still in the crew is I just turned up with them last Friday.
Yeah. So now it's 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
We added my now current girlfriend Jamie to the crew.
So that was 8 people.
Now
it was 8. It was 8. Then it was 7. Then it was 6. Now it's out to 7, I guess.
7.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So now this is like in 2023 we started to rebuild because we had more people into our friend group to hang out with in real life.
Yes, 2023 we kind of rebuild the crew, but in 2022 or Carter got his PS4. That's when we started. This is like for me. It was just like wide on the crew at one point because Trey really played with us, Pull didn't play with us at all. Tommy switched to PC, so it was just us 2. And then I told Wyatt that Carter got a PS4. And I said, "Can I include him?" And then he said, "Yes." Like, okay, fine. So I called Carter and said, "Hey, you're now in the PS4 crew."
Yeah, because I think we played Warzone with him, Friday the 13th,
definitely,
and
Fall Guys
with Carter,
and I played Uno with him.
Yeah, I think I played Uno with him too. But all those were made into videos, so that they all turned out great. So that's why he's in the crew.
So maybe sometime soon, like I guess Monday is off this week, and I can say, "Hey, why doesn't get home in a few minutes? You go home, Uno or Friday 13th." Actually, no. I think we're saying Friday the 13th for next Friday.
For the actual 13th.
The next Friday, guys. If you don't know, next Friday is Friday 13th.
Yeah.
This Friday is the 6th.
Yep. So
next Friday is the 13th, and dude, I get home late. Well, I don't know if the late is 8 o'clock, but I don't work at all on that Friday the 14th. But guys, there could be a video coming out on the 14th. I don't know.
We should try to do a podcast with you, me, Carter, and Jamie
on the 14th.
On the 14th, they'll all be over, so we can make it like a 4-person podcast.
Finally, I'll have some guests.
Yeah, hopefully actually not next one.
The one after.
Yeah.
Hopefully the one after. After we do. Hopefully our 32nd episode we have guests.
Yeah, so 2 episodes after this one. Hopefully we'll have guests.
Episode 32. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Because we're gonna have a guest over, and the guest always want to talk about themselves too. So we're all about that. But we're just gonna do what we usually do now on the podcast, just like talk to them, talk to us, like run a conversation. That podcast should go.
Yeah, but also if you guys have seen the podcast that I did with Carter, just us 2, we didn't just talk about Carter or myself. We just like reminisced about old things we did in the past. Like we talked about how I went to an abandoned basement, how Carter and I ate chips in a dugout on a baseball field.
That was probably the worst thing you guys did.
We just talked about old stuff we did like on vacations. So we're gonna do more of that hopefully on the 14th when we record.
Yeah,
next
yeah,
episode.
I'm gonna have to call Carter up or text him and say, hey, can you go to the 14th? Actually, I'll text him. I'll tell him right now. Actually. Just see.
So hopefully that will be a good episode. And yeah, that'll be like the biggest nostalgia episode ever. Cause we did talk about stuff like that in episode I think 13 with Carter, where we talked about our North Carolina stuff, and that was fun. But yeah.
Yeah, like the only thing, like I want to know, I want to know if you guys have any questions about like what we talk about or anything, or you want to like maybe say the same thing, please put in the comments, guys.
Also, if you know who these people are, or you want them to answer certain questions, then please leave them down in the comments. We will. Now, these people who are trying to get on the podcast, Jamie, who is my girlfriend, and Carter, who is Dylan's and our cousin. So that's our relationship with them. So if you have any questions for them to answer, they want answered or want to ask them, please put them in the comments so we can get them together and ask them those questions.
Mm-hmm. Because we great, they did, and like. Dude, like we need to have more comments on these videos because we're not gonna make comments, and you guys just comment. We want to know. We want to know what you guys think about these podcasts.
Yeah. Also leave a like if you enjoy it. Um. So we're about maybe half an hour in. Do you want to talk about what's happening next weekend?
Well,
And what to look out for on your channel?
you can start,
Okay.
and then we'll keep going.
Alright, so Saturday the 6th, which is coming up, Jamie's coming over and we're going to make dinner. I'm not sure we're having yet. And then Saturday, I'm going over to Carter's to hang out. We're going to be playing Super Smash Brothers because that's
way overdue.
Way overdue. And then probably just hang out, pick up Dylan at 8, go back to Carter's house. And then Sunday, Dylan, Jamie, and I are all going to go to the Elmwood Park Zoo, and that will be a video be posted on Dylan's channel because he's going to vlog the whole thing. Right?
Yep.
So Dylan will be vlogging on that day, so after the 8th, be on the lookout for a video on Dylan's vlog channel. And just called Dylan Holmes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look on that channel for that video of the Elmwood Park Zoo. That's pretty much all that's coming up next weekend.
Pretty much everything that's coming up. Yeah.
Football's almost here. Like 92 days left until kickoff.
Man, dude, I like that. That's too far away to call this fun, dude.
I'm going on a trip in July.
That's too long away too, man. It's only June.
I think it's 29 days away.
It's June 3rd.
All right, 27 days away.
It's 3rd.
I'm leaving on the 2nd.
The only thing is that you guys planned this how long ago?
In January.
Fuck. Who knew if we're gonna enjoy Nashville? Nashville because you guys enjoy fucking country music, which I don't. That's on the vibe because I don't like country music at all.
Yeah, we know you wouldn't like if you were invited.
And why and like why it's trying to get on his country twang if it goes to Nashville.
I'm not trying. It's already there.
No, you were trying like the whole way on like.
Yo.
Yes, that bullshit. Anyway, this weekend, Sunday, I want to park zoo. I want to enjoy it because vlogging. I heard there's drafts.
There's 3.
There's 3 drafts from Wyatt. I heard.
Guys, I've been to Elmwood Park Zoo more times than I've been to the Philly Zoo.
Well, we're going to Philly Zoo in August. Remember that, right?
We are?
Yeah, I get to choose. I get to choose the months.
You just said that was just for the Elmwood Park Zoo.
I want to choose everything. 'Cause I'm not going to Philly. I'm not going to Philly. I'm not going to Cape May in July. 'Cause Cape May, dude. I mean, okay, I know it's more hot and humid there, but as far as I know, Sunday it was looking sunny all day
Yeah.
and in the 70s, like today. But there was a little
If we do Cape May Zoo, it's got to be on a Saturday.
Cape May Zoo.
Well, even Cape May and Philly Zoo have to be on a
Well,
Saturday.
I'm gonna go Saturday. I know I can't do. I can. Well, I can try to get off Saturday, the 26th of July.
Well, you have to talk to Jamie about it because you gotta make sure someone can watch her dog.
Well, I never see her much, and you see her all the time. So why don't you ask her that?
Okay.
Because maybe like Wednesday, like tomorrow, you're gonna see her probably after work. So I would.
Not next Wednesday, no.
No, this Wednesday.
No, I'm not gonna see her.
Oh, because you were till 5. I forgot.
And not next weekend either.
Not like next Wednesday either.
I am taking my car to the shop to get an oil change and also get a safety check.
Okay. Anyway.
Make sure it's good for the Nashville road trip.
Anyway, okay. How about we just ask her on this Sunday?
I'll talk to her tomorrow morning and then also tomorrow on my drive home I'll talk to her. So
You just told her the 26th because that's the only day that I'm pretty much trying to get off because
July 26th.
It was a Saturday. Because
Okay.
I was on a Monday, like the
Okay.
whole weekend for that.
Okay.
So we can go to the community zoo on the 26th of July because I heard there's a big hotel room there. I want to go there.
Okay.
There's snakes and pythons and well, there's a python at the end. Is there any other creepy crawlies there besides snakes?
There's frogs.
Well, they're not creepy.
I think there's a Komodo dragon there, or it's coming.
Maybe. All I know is that when I was at the Brandywine Zoo back in like 2023, there was a toucan that was coming, but it was too cold for the toucan to be out. So.
Yeah, hopefully when it's warmer out, all the things will be out because.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Wait for Cape May for the 26th, but if you want, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be warm and 70 degrees. Oh, a car just texted me back about the 14th.
Okay.
I told him.
Would you text them?
I texted him, "Hey man, I want to know if you have anything planned June 14th. Because if you don't, I was wondering if you want to come over and be a guest on a podcast on Saturday."
What did he say?
He said, "I'm not sure, but I will keep you posted."
Okay. So that might be a big maybe. So don't want to hype it up too much about having our first guest.
Like if it keeps me posted, maybe on next Monday on a podcast. If we're not if I haven't tried to do the podcast, but I'll definitely guys give you an update on episode 31 if Carter's coming over on Saturday to do episode 32. A special recording day, Saturday. Because we usually never record on a Saturday. Usually. We always record on Monday or Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, June 3rd.
So the podcast should be out tomorrow.
Should be out tomorrow.
If I have enough time to record, I need to edit tonight.
I think you will. Because you're only going to bed until midnight, don't you?
Yeah, I don't go to bed usually till midnight on days I work late. Oh.
Well, I can. No more until 6 tomorrow. PM that is, guys. If you want to know, that's pretty usual for me. Oh! Another thing. One more thing. And we have to tell something else because I got something else on my mind, but I want to tell this first. You. Are you... Wait. Did you tell me you were like... Are you like the boss of the of the warehouse or not?
Yes.
You cover everything? Who's the boss when you're in the office?
Mike Trimble.
Not that guy's not.
Columbo.
Yeah, because you say he gets on your last fucking nerve.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, So what do you like better, the warehouse or the
Office is
office?
better because it's air conditioned.
And then,
Today I was feeling the heat in the warehouse.
so did you go in the office at all?
Yeah, I'm in the office at 4:15.
And you left at 5.
Yeah, but I was by myself from 4:40. So that last 20 minutes I was by myself.
So you
I'll be by myself tomorrow too, from 4 to 5.
so you close by yourself today and tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Damn. Anyway, guys, Wyatt, got anything more exciting to talk about? Something exciting. Not that. Oh, tell them what we're drinking now.
Oh, there's this new vodka drink. They have so all I've seen is orange flavor and a lemonade flavor. It's called Not Pizza. It's a vodka drink. We can assure you that what's in this can is not pizza. So that's the name of the drink.
And like I just pretty much heard of this drink about like last week. No, like last month.
It's expensive to buy it.
Like in the middle of May, I heard about this drink.
A 6-pack of this stuff is $17.
That's more than this.
Also, I bought a new Vizzy variety pack this weekend.
What are the flavors?
So it's called Vizzy Cream Pop. So there's a strawberry cream pop flavor, a orange creamsicle flavor, and a raspberry flavor. I've only tried the strawberry and the orange. Orange is the best one because they made an orange cream pop Vizzy before, and discontinued it now.
Yeah, I'll just probably try the raspberry and the strawberry.
Orange is the best one.
I'm not gonna orange anything. That's why, guys, because my Downy side drink is only apple, raspberry, strawberry, cranberry, and blackberry, and passion fruit. Not two. Because passion fruit is the new that you usually get at Advertise Maine. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but have you guys ever been to the place called Kildare's in Manchester before?
I've been there. I've only been there twice.
They decreased their portions
For what?
for food.
Oh.
Like I got my beer that I liked, but then I ordered like chicken tenders and fries. Usually have put 5. They put 3, and they gave us like 15% less fries. So I don't want to go again. I might go there. They changed it, but as right now, I'm not gonna stay from there. I'm going to Barnaby's, Word Beer, Appetites, or Marchwood.
For what? For food?
Food.
I go to City Works.
Well, that's far from here, so I'm not pissed around here.
Oh.
And McGurk's as well. Timothy's.
Yeah.
Those are good places. But guys, I've never been to
I've only been to Kildare's twice.
yes.
Once, the first time I ever been there, I was there for my ex's sister's birthday because her birthday was on Valentine's Day, and I was hanging out with my ex, and I was just dragged to Kildare's. That was a crazy night because I had 2 Jaeger bombs.
And you probably got drunk that night.
I did not get drunk because I also had food, but that night was crazy. I'll recap that whole night because I remember it so well. So I did 2 Jaeger bombs. I think my ex and I shared a cheesesteak or chicken tender, something like that. We shared something, and her sister and her biological dad were out in the back smoking, and then came back. Her sister passed out on the table because she was drunk and had no food. So, like, her dad is still out back smoking, and it's like maybe 10 o'clock right now, and we're still in Kildare's. We got there like at 7. And we're half asleep, falling asleep in this booth. So we're like, man, we should like drove ourselves because we are like tired. We are saying like my ex had work at 8 in the morning, and I had an appointment for the doctors at 8 o'clock in the morning. So now it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, I'm pretty sure I took a nap in this booth. So we're like, all right, we gotta go. So her dad comes back, pays the bill, and then we go. But like that was like I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. When I left at like 4 from the house. I left at the 4 house, got back at 3. That's not okay. That is not okay. I was supposed to have a chill night with on Valentine's Day and just like eat out somewhere, but instead I go to Kildare's, have 2 Jaeger bombs, take a nap in a booth, and get home at 3.
Last time I remember being there was twice as well. The first time was for a Flyers game, and then won a shootout. We're in the bar area, just like having fun drinking with you and your ex. And then the second time I was there, it was me, Ortega, and Tommy, and Ortega's friends. So they're we're all like just there. And then Tommy says this the second time. He's like, "Man, I can't. Last time I remember being here, I got a full plate of everything. Like, it's like what's wrong this time?" He's like, "Oh, I only got half plate." Like, they're doing something.
Yeah, I remember when I went there with you, my ex, and Tommy showed up too. And
What was it for?
what?
Just earlier night.
Yeah, it was Tuesday night, and I think they had what's called trivia.
And I remember this day. I didn't have work the next day either, so that's why.
And I remember this is the time where if you went to a bar, you had to order food.
Yep.
If you had drinks, you had to order food. So I'm like,
And we all did.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, Dylan and I and my ex got me 1 beer each. We're like, oh, can I get the check? She's like, oh, I can't let you pay without ordering food. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's get chicken tenders to go, and then can I get the check? She's like, all right. But we played. We went to the Kildare's at 9 o'clock at night, which was a mistake, and then left there around like midnight
Like,
and came home. Well,
we were
dropped
there for
dropped my ex off first, and then
we
came
were there
home.
for 4 hours, and then we just like went to Westchester, dropped her off, and then we went home to Exton, and we fell asleep. But the only thing is, guys, don't do what we did. Don't go to a restaurant, bar restaurant, 9 o'clock, because like why is that before? That's a mistake.
I even sent out a Snapchat. I'm like, Kildare's 9, who's in? And then I had some people respond. People were saying, "Oh, I'm in," or people saying, "I'm out." I'm like, "All right, cool, see you there." This is what happened. So when I first went there, I was in a booth. Went there again. They got the same booth, and then we had more people coming. So maybe like 3 people in the booth, and then we had to pull a table closer to the booth to make sure more people could fit. I think it was maybe like 10 to 12 people at
Because
our
that was
party.
a Flyers game. So there's
Flyers
players.
and trivia.
Yeah, so the Flyers won a shootout. And the trivia started around like maybe like
It was like probably like 10 o'clock.
Not like 9:30 or 10, yeah. And then we're just sitting there, and still we no trivia. We didn't really answer anything because we were drinking. And the thing is, that night went crazier and crazier as the night progressed. Would you agree?
I really don't remember that night that well.
The only thing I remember that night is the Flyers won a shootout, and Tommy was talking to me the whole entire time. Yeah, it was talking to me the whole entire time. And then I think you were talking to your ex the entire time. And then something else happened. I forget what it was exactly what happened.
I just remember like we picked up my ex, went to town, and then parked in the Justice Center parking garage, and had to use our phone to get to Kildare's from the parking garage. Then I forget what happened. Then we left, did the same thing to get back to the parking garage. We had to use Google Maps, like the walking directions, to get back to our car.
Because you didn't know where it was.
Well, I knew where it was. I just didn't know how to get back there from Kildare's.
The only thing is like, what do you think is further from Kildare's, Barnaby's or Kildare's?
What?
What do you think is further from the parking garage, Kildare's or Barnaby's?
Probably Barnaby's.
I mean,
I think Barnaby's. That's a different parking garage. Never mind.
last time at Barnaby's that I can remember was it was for another Phillies game. It was a hot day, and I was just standing outside waiting for Tommy to get there, and then two people showed up, and then after that, we left and there was a lay on the ground.
I got so fucking drunk at Barnaby's one time. So, this is what happened. It was just me, Mom, and Dad went there.
Where was I?
You were working.
Okay.
I think I had 2 Miller Lite Pounders, which is like the 25-ounce size of Miller Lites. Then I had a third drink, which is like a slushy with vodka mixed in.
Do you try? Fuck.
Yeah. So I think we had food, but I still like having vodka in my system with like 2 25-ounce beers.
That's not healthy.
So this is what happened. I came home. I passed down the love seat.
I know.
And it's like 7:30.
I know.
So it's early.
Mm-hmm.
I pass out. My parents are like, "Oh, why go upstairs? I'm like, get some rest." I'm like, I don't even remember this, but I'm like, they said I walked over to the window by the staircase and said, "I'm gonna throw the hot dogs out the window. Like the hot dogs should not be in here; they should be outside." And obviously, I don't remember that, but I was fucked.
I remember you saying that because I was in the kitchen, headphones in, watching YouTube, but then I was like, what the hell is he doing? So I unplugged headphones just for a minute to hear what you're saying, and there's no hot dogs around here. I put the headphones back in, I'm like, why it's probably fucked up.
Yeah, but
I was right.
Yeah. I love Kildare's going there for Eagles games where you sit up. I'm not Kildare's, Barnaby's. Going outside on their back deck and watch we watched the Eagles one time. They lost, but we had great cheesesteak nachos.
That was the only thing. I really enjoyed that. The only thing. Now, what's the best? Okay, out of these 3 sports bars, where is the best to go for an Eagles game?
What 3 bars are they?
Marchwood Tavern.
Okay. Been there.
Timothy's.
Been there.
Or Wob.
I'm going to say...
They're all 3 great bars to watch games.
Well, now, before I answer this question...
Yes.
I am basing it off of the memories that I have watching games there.
Yep.
So I never watched an Eagles game at Wob.
I have.
So that's out for me. I watched a game, Eagles game at Timothy's, and I watched a game at Marchwood. I'm probably gonna say Marchwood just because of the memory I have with it.
All right.
Because we were down by like 2 points, and Jake Elliott made a field goal to win it.
Yeah, I remember we were all just watching it all outside on the screen.
It was not outside; it was inside.
Inside, we went home, and then I think we were with friend Jake. I think we were with Jake the whole time.
No, that was Timothy's.
Oh, Timothy's Jake. Yeah, I remember that. We were sitting out there, and I'm like, "Come on, Jake, make this kick," and that's the year he's really good.
He's still good,
dude. He missed almost every single field goal,
but he played good. He won us a game.
And he pretty much won the Super Bowl too. Because our favorite points were from 3-pointers.
Field goals.
3-point field goals from Jake Elliott. Now, I don't know if this is true, but Lyle says, I don't know if you are on the same boat with me. I think Saquon Barkley was the reason the Eagles got so far as they did.
Yeah, he is the reason. He is the reason. Not
even though he didn't do much in the Super Bowl, he still the reason why we did.
Yeah, he's the reason why we won the whole thing.
Now He didn't do much in the Super Bowl though.
I know, but he's the reason why we got there and why we did so well.
Who was the player? Who was the player that made us win the Super Bowl?
Devontae Smith.
Oh, look at the long pass he got.
Yeah, 40 yards, I think, on the first play. Or 60 yards on the first play.
I think it was 60. But the one play.
Throwing the dagger.
But guess what? Early in the season with that run in the snow, in Philly when Los Angeles, long ass run, he looked like Shady.
Mm-hmm.
Cause Shady, you know who Shady is? LeSean McCoy. Cause you remember a few years ago, we had LeSean McCoy on the team. He ran through the snow like he was doing snowshoes.
Yeah, we were playing the Detroit Lions,
Mm-hmm.
and LeSean McCoy was the fastest one in the snow.
And he just went. And I think it rubbed off on Saquon now.
Yeah.
Because Saquon, like, Certain was on 2 years with the New York Giants. He had an awful time because the O-line can't give him a freaking lane on the Giants. And then the Eagles had a fun time. O-line gave him some lanes. He can run past players.
Well, it's just the thing is, like, I'm not sure if you heard that how much credit Saquon gave the O-line for how well he was playing. He, like, it's not me. The guys up front were the people who made me play well.
And actually his speed and his agility was the one time also he won because of him doing all the agility, these jukes, these spins to get to the end zone. That was his destiny, to find the end zone. And I don't know if you know this, but was there a rumor going around in the Super Bowl that the Chiefs were training for Saquon's plays, running?
Well, they were able to stop him in the Super Bowl, but no one else could.
Yeah, they might have trained for that. So Hurts and Nick are probably like, okay, we gotta try to go up top with the ball by throwing it, and we can get to Saquon a few times, like short yardage, but if we need like a long pass, touchdown pass to win the game, we'll definitely do the ball in the air. And what happened? A 60-yard throw to Devontae Smith for a touchdown.
Yeah, when they shut down Saquon, we have other alternatives to use
We have Devontae,
to make sure we win.
AJ,
So
we have Hurts, we have Goddard, and we still have Goddard to this day.
Yeah.
And who's our new running back we got from?
AJ Dillon
From
the Packers.
And yeah, and I'm pretty sure if we can give him a line to run through, or better to run through, I'm pretty sure I'll go for it. But guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We're almost at 53 minutes. If you guys did enjoy this episode, leave a like, subscribe, and also comment for what might want us to talk about in the next podcast. And it's not next podcast, but the pod after. Hope to have one or two guests.
When you said episode 32.
Yeah.
Hope to have a guest.
Well, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
1 or 2 on the 14th.
Yeah.
So
hoping to have 1 or 2 guests on the 14th.
So get ready to we're going to be double loading, maybe. No, not double.
No, because if this is a nostalgia podcast, there'll be no current events spoken about. So, just like this one, there was no current events except for the recap that we just did. But
and did you hear one of the volcanoes in Italy today?
I don't care.
It's a volcano, though.
I don't care.
It's a volcano.
I don't care.
You're active.
I don't care.
You're an active volcano.
I'm an active volcano in my pants, yes. That's true. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, hopefully have more guests in the future. Be on the lookout for Dylan's channel for that Elmwood Park Zoo video.
I will be recording that on a Sunday, and maybe I might do it Sunday night or Monday morning.
And we guys will see you next week. Peace.